very noisy, mostly Alvarado support.
Team Alvarado told us in the fighter meeting that even though they want him to box, early respect, getting respect from Brandon early is important to them and important to their game plan.
Run in and hold him, go. Box.
Alvarado switches to a southpaw stance. First tactical move of the fight.
Rios told us he also sparred with the southpaw in case Alvarado did that in this fight. So there's nothing that he can do that I'm not prepared for.
Don't hold.
Alvarado back out of the southpaw stance. Takes the first big shot of the fight from Brandon Rios. Rios is busier early on. Alvarado holding his fire. A marked contrast to the Mike Alvarado who was throwing 120 punches around at the beginning of their first fight in Carson, California.
Mentally, he's battling with himself already 2 minutes into this fight. Do I stand and fight and please these fans and do what I really want to do, or do I stick to the game plan and see if that works? Meanwhile,
Brandon Rios doing whatever he wants to do.
Brandon Rios is being Brandon Rios.
That's right. Left hook for Rios. Doubling up with the left.
A lot of times Rios doesn't get credit for his defense mid-range and in close. He's very crafty. Big right hand from Rios.
I'm not sure he's ever deserved credit for his defense the way he deserves it right now. We've already seen some of that newfangled head movement he talked about.
Not just the head
slipping
movement
along the way. Yeah.
Exactly. It's the rolling with punches. It's breaking shots down. Good work from Brandon right now. And Alvarado's busted up already and doesn't have an answer right now.
This is a tremendous first round for Brandon Rios, who's been landing straight rights, jabs, uppercuts, left hooks, and generally getting his way against Mike Alvarado. Alvarado has begun to open up in the last minute of the round, but it was all Brandon Rios, and there are red marks on Alvarado's face.
Here's a little bloody nose. Okay. I'm not taking the mouthpiece out. Open your mouth. Relax now. You need to get some more punches going. You know that, right? We got to get some respect back, okay? Keep blowing your nose. We got to get some respect back, okay? He's walking right to you.
He's yours, this guy's yours. But be careful, I don't want you to commit any errors. In short, be careful with the uppercuts, all right? His uppercuts, okay? At your range and your distance, and you can do whatever you want. Play with him, he's yours, son. Okay? And finish off with a body attack, okay?
Here we see vintage Brandon Rios. He comes in low, behind the jab, lands a right hand at the top of the temple as Alvarado tried to get out of the side door, lands a small jab right there and a vicious right uppercut to the face of Mike Alvarado.
Copy box numbers shockingly one-sided. Alvarado 6 out of only 23 punches thrown in the round. Brandon Rios 29 out of 80, including 21 of those 29 were power shots. It was an all Brandon Rios round. So you heard Sean Billhauer, Alvarado's trainer, saying, we've got to get some more respect. Early in this round, he's not getting it yet.
Sorry, Jim. Rios just hurt Alvarado with a right uppercut, and he's pouring it on right now. This is vintage Brandon Rios right here on the inside. Vicious, vicious body puncher.
This is vintage Brandon Rios against an opponent who, at least in terms of his previous reputation and activity, hasn't yet shown up.
Mike Alvarado is shown to be able to come back from this type of beating if he's getting hit like this. But you have to respect the sport of boxing. You have to dedicate yourself, especially when the other man has. And Rios looks like he's dedicated himself solely for this fight tonight.
Alvarado switching to a southpaw stance and now staying in the southpaw stance. Tried to land a right jab, went over the top of Rios' head. Now Alvarado throwing with the left and switches back to the conventional stance and gets clocked by Rios, and Alvarado's knees wobbled. And Rios has him in trouble with a minute and a half to go in round 2.
Rios looks strong, he looks vicious, and he looks like he knows exactly what he wants to do. Alvarado seems to be in between game plans. He doesn't know if he wants to box. He doesn't know.
And that is a low blow, according to Jay Nady. Brandon Rios went straight to his knees after what looked as though it might have been a body shot. Jay Nady quickly rules it's a low blow.
Don't hit him low. I know you didn't mean to. It's okay, but don't do it again.
Rios should take as less time as possible here because he had Alvarado going, and he doesn't want to give Alvarado too much time to get himself together.
Well, if Alvarado wanted to stop the rally, that's one way to do it. And he got away with it because Jay Nady isn't going to penalize him off with just one low blow. But here comes Rios again. And he can still find the target just as easily as before. Landing that uppercut over and over. Alvarado finally lands a solid left hook. Best punch he's thrown so far. But Rios comes back, making rain, and there's a hard left hook. Once again, Alvarado is wobbled.
Vicious body work from Rios, and he's coming back to the head with it to add insult to injury. Good work from Brandon Rios right now. Punishing Mike Alvarado right now.
Another brilliant round for Brandon Rios, who is hammering Mike Alvarado. And through the first 2 rounds, it's a one-sided fight entirely in Rios' favor. That's Mike Alvarado's mother at ringside with the stricken look on her face.
I'm gonna get you out there one more round. Okay? Get your hands up, start jabbing. Okay? Deep breath. I'm going out, you're going out to this round. Deep breath, deep breath. Throw some fucking punches. Go out there, throw some goddamn punches. All right, baby?
Nice sequence from Brandon Rios here. Jab, right hand, and what we call a swivel jab, which stunned Mike Alvarado. Shook his legs up a little bit. Nice right uppercut to follow that. Here's the low blow from Mike Alvarado. It may have been a survival tactic from Mike to say, I need a breather, I need to get myself together.
CompuBox numbers in the second round. Alvarado 10 out of 34, slightly better than in round 1, but Rios 39 out of 95, including 34 power connects for Brandon Rios. No one who saw Mike Alvarado's astonishing come-from-behind victory over Bradis Prescott, the fight that really rose or brought him to the highest level of the sport, would ever completely count him out of a fight. But if this continues the way it's been so far, it's a matter of how long and when, not who.
Because the difference between this fight and the other 2 fights is Alvarado had more action early. He set the tone. He's not setting any tones right now. Rios is setting the tone, and he's brutalizing Mike Alvarado, and Mike Alvarado may not be able to recover from this.
We've had a series of uppercuts for both the right and the left hands of Rios, landing flush. He's landed a couple of body shots, but the target has been so easy to reach upstairs that Rios is focusing upstairs and basically trying to pile up enough punishment to knock Alvarado out.
Yeah, he's a cumulative type of fighter. He wants to bust you up to the body and the head. Very tough and very difficult to deal with. Jay Nady, if this continues, has to start taking a hard look at Mike Alvarado, because he's not responding to the punches of Brandon Rios.
The look on his face, you've seen it in the movies, of an old fighter who almost wants to be punished.
6, 7, 8, 9. Are you okay? All right, watch.
Jay Nady's got to take a close look here.
He didn't wait for an answer when he said, "Are you okay?" I have no idea what the answer really would have been had Alvarado answered honestly. No, I'm getting the living dickens kicked out of me. Had to search for the word.
Even those small shots that Rios landed, with those small gloves on, they're punishing. To the body, to the head, the liver, uppercuts to the chin. He's touching Alvarado every place you can possibly touch a man with a boxing glove right now.
And when Alvarado responds, he's trying to throw haymakers, which Brandon can see coming, and is ducking, slipping, stepping away, and making a miss. That's a quick left hook by Brandon Rios. And a jolt to the system when he lands it. Alvarado lands a right hand, momentarily backs Rios off. Rios comes back to the right of his own, and now the fight has begun. Once again, that's Mike Alvarado's mother.
I'm gonna send you out there, then I'm stopping it, okay? Okay, that's it right now? Okay. Yeah, he's complaining he can't see. That's his eyes. What? Does that mean you want to quit? No. Does that mean you want to? No. We're gonna stop. No. I don't want to get. Okay. You're going out there. I'm stopping. How many you see? You call timeout, right? No. Okay. Four. What do you think, Doc? No. Fight's over.
That's it.
That's it. Not a contest. Not a competition. A one-sided annihilation by a very well-prepared Brandon Rios of a seemingly totally unprepared Mike Alvarado.
And that's taking nothing from Rios. Rios did his part. He dedicated himself. He spoke about it earlier. We've never seen him locked in the way that he was before this fight. He put himself in a position to win, and Mike Alvarado simply didn't.
Alvarado's mother, stone-faced at ringside. And for the second time in his hometown, Mike Alvarado retires on his stool as the result of a frightful beating from a well-prepared opponent. You would call it one of the biggest wins of Rios' career, except that it was so easy.
Yeah, he definitely rejuvenated his career, in my opinion, with this victory tonight. Not just the victory, but how he got it.
Here are two angles of the knockdown, Andre Ward. Take us through it.
This is vintage Brandon Rios. Short uppercut, short left hook inside, beautiful right uppercut. Gets a little room, short left hook, missed the right uppercut, but the damage was already done. Down goes Mike Alvarado.
Accumulation of punishment. And that would have been the story all night long. If we had continued for a few more rounds, I think you would have seen a greater and greater accumulation of punishment from Rios, who by CompuBox count landed a nice, neat 100 power punches in 3 rounds.
Yeah, very economical. He threw the right type of punches. Rios doesn't get enough credit for his ability on the inside. He's one of the best inside fighters in the sport of boxing today.
His ability to generate power at short range, it's not that easy to do.
And believe it or not, it's not that easy to hit him when he's in close. Rios gets hit on the outside, not when he's on the inside as much.
So there's a look at Brandon Rios and his reaction as the fight was stopped. There's Brandon's wife, Vicky. And that's the victory celebration for Vicky Rios. And now let's go to Michael Buffer for the particulars on the TKO.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jay Nady, acting on the advice of the ringside physician, calls a halt to this contest. The official time is the end of round number 3. The winner by TKO victory, and now the WBO International Welterweight Champion, Mike Alvarado. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jay Nady, acting on the advice of the ringside physician, calls a halt to this contest. The official time is the end of round number 3. The winner by TKO victory, and now the WBO International Welterweight Champion, Brandon Bamber